forgot to tell you that I'm on ankle monitor at this time because I went to the club, got zannied up, was drinking. Obviously, I'm too young to be in there. I was on parole anyway. I started some shit, so they jumped me and knocked my tooth out, and that's why I have my tooth right here.
God.
So I got put on the ankle monitor for that. So I'm on the ankle monitor at this time when this happens about it to school. So I'm like, okay, so what are y'all going to do? Are y'all calling my parole officer or what? They was like, Brandon, don't panic, but the cops is on their way. I'm like, what? Pew! I'm gone.
Don't panic, Brandon, but they're on the way right now.
Yeah.
Why would they say that?
That's a contradiction if I ever heard
Dumbass
one.
thing to say.
For sure. But so I left, cut the ankle monitor off through it, ran till I couldn't run no more.
Yeah. All right, we're back with another episode of Get a Grip podcast. We have Brandon Summers from Zanesville, Ohio. We actually just had someone from Zanesville on recently, so we have a good idea of what it's like down there. But for you personally, we were talking a little bit beforehand, it sounded like you had a bit of a different experience growing up. So explain to us what that was like for you growing up in that neighborhood.
Well, I started off in a smaller town called McConnelsville, Morgan County, Chester Hill area or whatever. It's like 28 miles down 60 from Zanesville, where I was raised, and it was like my family was like they was old fashioned, you know. It's like my dad, he went to work and took care of the family, provided, and my mom took care of home. If my mom worked, it was because she was bored, usually, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And she just wanted to get out. But when things usually, when it drastically changes, when my father passed away, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, he was the rock of the family and everything.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I know that pain.
Unfortunately, but, and there's a lot of racist problems down in McConnelsville, and, with my mom going through it after my dad passing away, on top of that.
How old were you when your dad
I
passed
was
away?
5 when my dad passed.
5?
Yeah.
Damn.
So.
Sorry, man.
I was probably about 6 when this occurred. I went to stay with a friend. And my older brother, he passed away not too long ago. Rest in peace, Matt. That's my brother. But we got different fathers, you know what I mean? So he's not mixed like us, but my dad raised him. So that's his father. That's just not, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Biological. You know how that goes.
Yep.
But, and they knew it. They knew his dad was a black person down there. So he had a lot of racist issues down there at school and all that. So he'd get into a lot of fights with him and all that. So I came home one day. And after staying all night with a friend, and they had burnt down the house, some racist people.
They burnt your house down.
They burnt it down. And this is in the 90s. I'm 36. This ain't in the 50s or nothing, you know what I mean?
What kind of thoughts are going through your head when you get there and you realize, holy shit, that was my house and now it's gone? Like, how do you, at that age, take that?
I don't know. I don't think I quietly understood it at the time, you know, for real. I just felt like I really don't know. And after that, I felt like they used that against us, like it was our fault or my mom's fault. So they took us away from our mom. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like pretty much saying that, like, because of that situation,
that she wasn't fit.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it wasn't fit to be a mother. So
was there ever an investigation? Like, did they ever come and find out if it was arson or like what happened?
I know nothing happened. I know dude didn't go to jail or nothing for it. I know that for a fact. I'm not sure how that went. Because like I said, I was young.
You're
you know
young,
what I mean?
Yeah.
So they was probably keeping what was going on. They're not telling me details.
Right.
I'm the kid, you know what I mean? So they're probably just trying to keep me out of it for the most part, you know what I mean?
God, dude.
As much as they can or whatever. But so they took me and my brother from my mom. My older brother went to live with my grandma on my mother's side. And So they took me and my brother from my mom, and we went to live with one of our aunts and uncles. And then we went from there and lived with another one of our aunts and uncles. You know what I mean? Because obviously I was bad as a kid. So, uh,
What does that look like? You being bad as a kid?
oh man, well, hey, listen. Uh, I'll just tell you this: when I graduated kindergarten, and uh, is that what it is? Kindergarten into first grade, or is it
Yeah,
preschool?
you got it.
Yeah, okay, okay. Well, that when I went up there and told them in front of the whole class I wanted to be an OG, and my mom busted my ass for that. So that tells you how bad I was. You know what I mean? At that young of an age,
Wow.
you know.
To
So
even, yeah, I don't even know how you knew to say that, really, other than being around other people who are saying it, right?
yeah.
And you're hearing it, and you know what it means, and
Hmm.
damn, wow.
And then on top of that, a lot of my idols growing up was people who've been to the pen, my
Yeah.
cousins and stuff.
Dope boys.
Yeah, my cousins, like so it's crazy. Even though I didn't understand what it was when I at a young age, I knew I was gonna go to prison. I knew that I was
Did you
going.
really, you really felt that and believed that?
Yeah, I really believed that. I knew it was gonna happen.
Wow.
I knew it was
Jeez.
gonna happen.
So, from kindergarten moving forward, did you end up graduating school, high school? Did you complete?
No, I didn't complete. I
W-
did not complete. Okay, so like I said, we got took from my mom. Then as much as this is how I remember it. I was a kid, so maybe it didn't go down like this. There was a court date for a review or whatever, and I remember my mom just coming in before we even had court and grabbing me and my brother like, "These are my kids." You feel me? Like, and snatched us, put us in the car, moved us to Zanesville. We stayed in the Salvation Army for about a month till we was able to get an apartment in the manor,
Damn.
and that's what I remember of it. And then after that,
So
it
did
was
you,
just trouble after that.
when you switched school, when you moved to Zanesville, did you switch schools then, or were you just, was that that?
Oh no, as elementary, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I went to school and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely went to school. And when I was in school, I done good, got grades and good grades and stuff like that. But it was
The other stuff.
yeah, the problems, the anger issues and stuff like that. Well, I say that all that to say this. That led up to me not graduating because I at 13 I ended up going to boot camp, and they sent me to boot camp in Muncie, Indiana at
Just like a
13.
juvie type deal.
Yeah.
Juvie type deal.
Yes.
What
So they sent me there.
what'd you do to land yourself there?
I threw a desk at a teacher.
Okay. That'll
That'll do it.
that'll do
That'll
it.
do it
I
for
mean,
sure.
because if you picked up one of those big ass, I mean, they're pretty heavy and big,
And
and
back then the chairs was
tossed it.
connected to them.
Yeah, they were screwed to them and threw it across the room.
Facts.
Yeah, that'll do
For
it.
sure.
So you go to your first institution at what
Hmm.
age? How old were you?
13.
At 13.
Well, I've been to juvenile before, but that was my first bid, quote
Right,
unquote. You
right.
know.
What was that? What was that like for you going in there? Were you scared? Were you? I'm back.
It was horrible, man. Just as an institution, it was horrible. You can go and look it up to this day, and they'll tell you all the bad stuff that happened, the way they treated kids. They had beat you in there.
We've heard that a lot
Man,
about
I mean,
juvie,
they would
dude.
go crazy. It was crazy, man. You wasn't allowed to never talk to another inmate, never. And it was boot camp 24/7. If you had any problem, you could have the flu, and they'll tell you to put MRDC lotion on it. If you violate and they send you to the hole, they got a camera inside of the hole, which I don't see how. You got to use the bathroom and everything. You know what I
Sure,
mean? And
right.
maybe in Ohio it's different than Indiana. I
Yeah.
don't know, like the laws or whatever. But yeah, so they had a camera in there, and if they saw it, they'd take your mattress all through the day. And if they seen you falling asleep, they would play opera real loud, and everything was in there metal, so it just bounce off of there to keep you awake. And if you slept
In
through
your
that,
cell?
in your cell, and if you slept through that, then they would add more time onto your whole sentence.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Damn, that's brutal.
And listen to this: the day that I got out of there, I didn't make my bed that morning. and we drove all the way from. They drove me all the way from Indiana back to Zanesville to go to court because I had to go to court before I got released.
Yep.
And they made me stay another couple weeks. Drive me all the way back. It was a blizzard out, mind you. Drive me all the way back because I didn't make my bed that morning. And my time was up, but they gave me another couple weeks because I did not make my bed that morning.
Swear to God.
Promise you. My mom was livid.
And they decided in a blizzard that they would rather just haul your ass back.
Just haul me back.
So what'd you do, like 2-3 weeks? And
3 weeks and then got out. And the whole time I was in there, I only talked to my mom once. I'm a 13-year-old kid. You know what I mean?
God. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Because they're essentially treating you, they're treating you like an adult.
Nah, for sure.
Like a full-grown adult, competent, like, yeah, no.
And then on top of that, it was like, it's like the worst of the worst was there. Because you got gang members from Chicago, Detroit.
Really?
All the surrounding states, they go there as teenagers.
Yeah, what's the gang life like in a place like that?
Every gang you could possibly think.
Really?
You know what I mean? I wasn't gang related at the time, but I represented a gang. I wasn't official. I was young.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Just or whatever. But I got into a fight when I was there or whatever behind it, and the dude was from Ohio. You know what I mean? The only dude that was from Columbus, by where I was from, I got into a fight with over some gang stuff.
Of course.
But
so it does exist, the gangs and all that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Listen, juvenile system's way worse than the adult system could ever be.
That's wild.
When it comes to gangs and all that stuff.
You'd think with kids, they would more so like, hey, like let's get them through some classes or like try and get them back on track. But it sounds like it's the exact opposite of
They
that.
literally tell you that they're prepping you for prison.
For state prison.
That's what they tell you. They tell you that straight out their mouth. But then after that, you know what I mean? I ended up catching a case after I got out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like I said, all this would lead up to why I didn't graduate this first subject or whatever. But so I ended up catching a case. So I was on probation after I got out of there. So and I was with.
What are you 14 now? 15?
Yeah, 14, 15. Okay. So I get out and I get with this girl and stuff, and I'm on probation. Well, I ended up wanting to run from probation. Well, I'm talking to this girl. We're together for a while. Well, back in the day, Zanesville, like the west side and the east side never liked each other because like the west side was like majority black, the east side was majority white.
Really?
Yeah. So they like, if people's my age or older, they know. You know what I mean? They know what I'm talking about. So when my girlfriend that I was talking about lived over there on the east side though, but she was black. But her family was white, but they had respect over there. You know what I mean? And so when I started going over there to see her, like the dudes that hung over there or whatever, like that fake ran it or whatever, you know what I mean? One of them was her ex-boyfriend, so automatically they didn't like me. I was from the other side of town, you know what I mean? I'm on your side of town messing with, and one of the dudes that they look up to, that's his niece, so they really can't do nothing to me, you know what I mean? Because he'll be on them.
Right.
And not only that, they knew that I used to be on some bullshit too, you know what I mean? So they're like, you know what I mean? They really didn't like it, but it was what it was. But anyway, I was dating her, so I ended up going on a run from probation or whatever. And because I don't want to go do time, you know what I mean, or do the probation because I'm smoking weed at this time. I started smoking weed when the first time I smoked, I was 8. I consistently started smoking it when I was 10.
Wow. When you say consistently, are we talking daily?
Yeah, daily.
Wow.
Daily, yep.
How does a 10-year-old hustle up money to smoke weed every day?
Well, I mean, I got an allowance every month from a check from my dad, you know what I mean?
Okay, I got you.
And my mom was a great mom or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just she always had to work 2 jobs, you know what I mean? She really couldn't be there, you know, super busy trying to put food on the table and keep a roof over our head. But I ended up catching a case. I ended up being on the run for that. Well, my older cousin, he went to So and I was selling crack at this time too. So somebody ended
Okay.
up fronting me crack at this time too, around when I was at that age. So I'm selling that for them, and there's like a project building behind the girl's house that I'm dating, and that's where I'm selling that.
Okay.
Well, I'm just sitting there, and my older cousin just got out of prison from doing a drive-by on a cop's house down in Chester Hill. He did 7 years for that. So he got out and he pulled up and I ain't seen him in 7 years, and so I seen him and he was like, "Oh, what's up?" You know what I mean? I gave him a hug and all that, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I told him I was on a run and all that. So he was living down in West Virginia at the time. So he was like, "Come on, you're coming with me." So I went down there and was staying with him. After a while, mind you, old girl
What
just
about old girl? Yeah. What,
yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
about
I
to
just dipped
say.
out on her.
Yeah, you just
I
bounced.
just bounced out on her, didn't give her no explanation, none of that. Just bounced out. And at this time, my mom didn't know where I was or nothing. So there's posters of me up and all that, because not only am I missing, I'm on the run for probation or whatever, you know. So but my cousin ended up making me call my mom and tell her that I was down there and I was safe. Not that she agreed with it, but she was glad that I was
Right.
safe. You know what I
Right.
mean? But so I was down there selling drugs for and making money. So one day I just realized how much money I had made, and I wanted to leave and come back to Zanesville and just show people how much money I made. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Or I
get it.
was young, just
Yeah.
trying to show off
Yeah.
or whatever. So I come back to Zanesville, and one day I'm with one of my other cousins, and we pull up to, we call it the Chinese store or whatever. And old girl's dad lives across the street from there, which is on our side of town. And she sees me, and she comes up. She's like, "Oh, where you been?" Cussing me out and all that. You know what I mean? And she was like, "Well," she's like, come to my house tonight at 1 or whatever." You know what I mean? After my mom goes to bed. So I'm like, "All right." So I go there, and so I don't go there at 1. I mean, so I'll end up seeing her forever. So one day I'm bored and end up and decide I want to go over there. So I go over there. She comes to the car like I'm back with the dude she was with before, and
Ah.
was like, I'm pregnant and everything. So I'm like, all right. So I bang no. So I ended up running through all of that money. Me and my friends is getting drunk one day, and we need money to continuous our drug
Keep
use. That
doing
was the
what you're
first night
doing.
I used cocaine. Also this night.
Okay.
And so I wanted to get more drugs, more alcohol, and all that. So we're all drunk. So I'm like, I know where we can go. So I wanted to go to this project building where all these dudes was selling drugs out on the other side of town and rob them for their money. And plus, I had a
Yeah.
vendetta against them already. So I'm like, kill two birds with one stone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we go over there to that project building, try to run in there. They run out the other side, shoot a gun or whatever. So they run out the other side, and I'm like, I know where they went. I'm like, because they're back together. Her mom's at work, and they're over there. You know what I mean? So we go kick the door and run in there. She's on the phone or whatever.
Oh
I rip the phone
fuck.
because I think it's the cops. Ask her where they're at. She don't tell me or whatever. And we got the gun the whole time or whatever. So we ended up leaving. And obviously she called the cops. Why wouldn't she? And she was pregnant this whole time. You know, I feel horrible about it or whatever, but it happened. You know. But so now we're on the run for aggravated burglary and
They didn't take you that night. They took
oh,
you
we
and.
ran.
Oh, you ran.
Yeah, we
You got
ran.
away.
Yeah, we got away. She called the cops. We got away.
And you
Yeah,
bounced.
yeah, we bounced out. We bounced out.
Damn.
So I end up so we're on the run now, and it's for attempted murder and aggravated burglary. Because when we kicked in the door, there was a bed there. We ran over the bed. I guess there was a baby there, and somebody hurt the baby. I didn't know that, but that ended up getting dropped.
The
That charge
attempted
did. The
murder.
attempted murder did. Yeah.
Dude, you had to have seen that and been like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for
Heart
sure.
drop to your
Yeah, I
stomach.
couldn't believe it because I didn't know. I really didn't
Yeah.
know. I mean,
Right.
I was on some bullshit. I had no right doing what I was doing, but I
Right.
didn't know that. Like,
Yeah.
so after that, so we're on the run now. So we split up. Now it's only me and one of my cousins, and then so we're like and we had a car that we gave somebody some drugs to rent and just never took it back. And this is what we're driving in the whole time. So we take the gun and stuff, me and my cousin, and we go. Where do we go first? McConnelsville, because we knew we had to get out of Dodge. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm from. No, we went to Cambridge first, and Some stuff I'm saying is allegedly,
Sure.
because I don't want to
Yep.
incriminate
Yep.
nobody or
Yep.
nothing. So we go to Cambridge because my cousin's up there. Byron, rest in peace. He passed away or whatever. But so we go up there and we go to a little teenage club. I think it was called the House or something in Cambridge.
Okay.
I forget what it's called. If somebody's like my age or older, they probably remember it. So we go down there. We're down there kicking it or whatever. So we decide to go on a ride. No matter of fact, we did go to McConnelsville first. My bad. We go to McConnelsville first. We're down there kicking it or whatever. And then we ended up, the car starts knocking. The car that we're in. So we pull over in this trailer court, but somebody got a car warming up. So what do? We hop in that car. Take that car. So we go to
Damn.
Cambridge after that,
Y'all
and I
are-
go up there to my cousin. We go to the house and all to the little club or whatever. After that, we decided that we was gonna ride around and smoke a joint. Well, my cousin was like, "Stop right here." He was gonna ask this dude for a cigarette. So he asked him for a cigarette. The dude said he ain't have one, but he said it in a smart manner. So my cousin got mad. He said, "Go around the block." We went around the block. My cousin shot out the window. We banged out, went back to the little club. The ambulance.
He shot him.
Yeah, so the ambulance rode by. So we knew that he actually hit him. And so we
Allegedly.
dipped out.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
This is all allegedly.
Yeah.
And so we banged out from there. We had to leave Cambridge. We couldn't stay there. So we went to Marietta because I was down in West V, Marietta at the time.
Yep.
So I knew some people in Marietta. So we went down to Marietta and stuff. And we ended up running out of money. And there was some guy passing out. He was a church guy or something. He was trying to pass out coats and stuff
Yeah.
for people who didn't have it. And we ended up robbing him to get money. And so we leave there. We go back to Zanesville. We don't know where to go at this point. We go back to Zanesville.
Cross your
And
mind to leave the state or anything? I mean, I guess, but like, where are you gonna go?
where
if
we
you
going to
leave the
go? We
state?
don't know
Like,
nobody. You know what I
yeah.
mean? We don't got no money. So we come to Zanesville and we go somewhere. And one of my homies from Pittsburgh was like, "Well, I'm from Pittsburgh. We can drive up there. You know what I mean? And go up there."
It's close. Yeah.
So we hop in the car with him. We go up there. He was like, "Y'all ever hit a lick before? Like, you know what I mean? Rob somebody?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "Y'all ever robbed a store?" And we're like, "Yeah, lying." I was lying anyway. You know what I mean? I ain't never robbed a store. I was just trying to seem cool. You
Yeah,
know what I
fit
mean?
in.
I was the youngest out of all of us too. And oh yeah, this other dude tagged along with us too, named Gary. He wanted to go with us for some reason. This guy did, but to be on the adventure, I guess. But I was the youngest
Okay.
one out of all of us. You know what I mean? But so he gave us the gun, and we went in the store and robbed him. He's like, "Don't never believe that there's only money in the cash register." You know what I mean? He said there's always more money. So we go in there. I got the gun. I tell my cousin, "You collect the money." You know what I mean? And I hold the gun. So I go in there and I up the gun on him or whatever. And I say, give me the money. You know what I mean? Do the little routine or whatever. And there's an old guy sitting in there and he looked at the cashier. The cashier looked at him like, "What should I do?" And the old man's like, "Well, give him the damn money." You know what I mean? So he gives me the money, gives my cousin the money. And I'm like, "Where the rest of the money at? I know there's more." You know what I mean? Or whatever. So we ended up getting money out of a drawer too. And then we left. Boom, hopped in there. It was a couple $100 altogether. So we hopped in there, left. So we need somewhere to stay. So where do we go stay? While we're doing all this, we go stay with his sister, which is a Pittsburgh police officer. So we're staying with her. We're on the run for all this, doing all this, and she don't even know. She thinks he just came back from Ohio to visit her. And we're staying in her house robbing stores.
Oh,
So we ended up robbing a store after that. And then we ended up, it was a deli. We robbed that. And then we ended up robbing a gas station. And then after that, he was like, "Man, we got to get out of here. What y'all want to do?" So where y'all want to go?
Oh, and you're still not 18, are you?
No, I'm 15 at the time.
God.
Yeah, I'm 15 at the time. So, and again, my mom don't know where I'm at because I'm not with my cousins no more at the time. So she don't even know where I'm at. And then now she knows all this went down. So, so we go. So we were like, well, my cousin had some family because it's my cousin by marriage. He ain't my real cousin. So he had family down in West Virginia. So we was like, we'll go to West Virginia. Well, when we got down there, we're like, well, that ain't too smart. His family will tell his family back home where we're at. So we'll just go to, it's springtime. We'll go to Spring Break Daytona. So we went down there, and we ended up going through this drive-through and meeting these girls. And so after we met the girls at the drive-through, she's like, well, one of y'all's way back, stop through. You know what I mean? And so we went down to Daytona, had a good time or whatever. I was on the way back to go meet these girls, and my dude was speeding on the highway. We told him to slow down, and he is being hard-headed, like, oh, man, blah, blah, just talking, you know what I mean, being stupid, pretty much. So he wants to speed. We come around the corner. There's a stadium.
Bam.
Whoop,
Yep.
whoop.
Yep.
And we're still in a stolen car this whole time.
So it's a wrap.
So it's over.
It's
so
over.
next thing you know, he tries to outrun him or whatever, and there's this rest area. He pulls in this rest area. We're going to get out and run. We pull into this rest area. It's a big dirt field. They ain't even built the rest area yet. It's just a big dirt field that they're about to build a rest area at. By this time, the chopper's on us, all that.
Yeah,
it's over.
It's over.
So they get us. They find the gun, realize we're in a stolen car.
Oh, God.
I lied about my age, and so they put me in the county up there, down there in West Palm Beach, Florida. So when they put me in the holding cell, I'm looking around seeing all these grown men, big, you know what I mean, big dreads, gold teeth. I'm little now. Imagine how little I was then.
Right,
I'm
right.
like, so then I told them the truth. Like, hey, I'm only 15. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be in this county with
You
these
saw
grown-ass
some of those
men.
dudes. You were like, yeah, I'm 15.
Yeah, I'm 15. I can't do this.
No.
So they ended up taking me to Juvenile, and when they took me to Juvenile in there, they put me in there with all the Hispanics because it's so segregated down there. There was a dorm for the Hispanics and a dorm for the blacks. Wasn't one for the whites or nothing. There was
I'm
one white dude in
sure
the whole facility, and he was in our block.
Majority Hispanic, I assume, right?
What, my race?
That facility, that institution.
Well, it was split half and half, two
Okay,
different
black,
dorms, one black dorm, one
Hispanic,
Hispanic
okay.
dorm. So they put me in there just because of the way I look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm in there with them the whole time. I ended up being cool with one of the heads of the Hispanic gangs or whatever, and talking to his sister. Because, see, out there in Juvenile, when you go out on the yard or whatever, you go out there with the females. But they stay over there and you stay over here, but you can still talk. So me and her got to chopping it up, and then on the way to court, she had to court that day too, obviously, and we were in court together, so we chopped it up then too. So they ended up shipping us from there though, to Orlando, because my cousin came there too, and then from Orlando, they flew us from West Palm Beach to Orlando, and then from Orlando they flew us to Columbus. From Columbus, Zanesville came, got us, and then they took me down here, sentenced me, gave me 2 years.
2 years.
2 years because they dropped the attempted murder as aggravated burglary. I did 2 years in DYS for that in Cuyahoga Hills. I did my last 6 months in Mohican. I think they only gave me a year, but I ended up doing 2. They got this thing called matrix time, like every time you go to DYS, they double your time. I don't know how they do it, but they
Really?
do. Yeah, so they doubled my time. I did 2 years. Got out on parole, juvenile parole, that is.
And you're, 17 now?
Yeah,
Almost
16,
18?
17-ish,
getting
yeah.
there.
Also, listen to this. Well, come to find out when I'm in DYS, right, they come to me. They're like, so they come to me, make me go to the infirmary. They swab my mouth. And there's like, we'll be back with you 3 to 6 weeks. And they came back. They didn't come back to me in 3 to 6 weeks, but my mother did. And one second.
You're good.
It's pretty obvious what I'm probably about to say, you feel me? But yeah, that was my daughter though. It was in her stomach, you feel me? When I did all that.
Gotcha. Damn.
So yeah, so that was fucked up.
Damn.
Luckily, she forgave me.
I was gonna ask you back when she said she was pregnant if it was yours or.
Well, she told
or
me it was his.
the
Yeah, at the
dude,
time.
But it was yours.
Yeah, she told me it was his at the time, but it ended up being mine.
Damn.
Yep. It ended up being mine. But after that, I got out. I was going to school for a little bit, uh, and I was selling weed, and I had access to coke too. And this girl kept asking me at school for coke every day, coke every day. You know, 'cause my brother was a weed man, so he had pounds and shit. So you know, my lunch money was uh, he'd just have a drawer full of 1.5s, and I'd just go in there and grab a handful and go
Sure.
to lunch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why me and my brother so close or whatever. He's doing 25 years right now, but he was like a father figure slash, you know what I mean?
Damn,
Slash
he's
brother,
doing
slash brother
25.
to me. Yeah, he's doing 25 years. He was the rock of the family and everything. So it fucked us up. It fucked the family up a lot when he got on drugs and went down that path. But yeah, so I ended up finally bringing this girl some cocaine like she wanted, and I'm in there falling asleep because I was up on cocaine all night. So I fall asleep in class, and next thing you know, the principal and everybody come get me, like, come here. And I go, because I'm in task class, so there's only 2 classes. So they take me to the other class, which is a behavior class. And she's sitting there, the bag of cocaine sitting there, the principal and everybody's in here. And I'm on ankle monitor at this time.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you that. I'm on ankle monitor at this time because I went to the club, got zannied up, was drinking. Obviously, I'm too young to be in there. I was on parole anyway. I started some shit, so they jumped me and knocked my tooth out. And that's what happened to my tooth right here.
God.
So I got put on the ankle monitor for that. So I'm on the ankle monitor at this time when this happens about it to school. So I'm like, okay, so what are y'all going to do? Are y'all calling my parole officer or what? They was like, Brandon, don't panic, but the cops is on their way. I'm like, what? Pew! I'm gone.
Don't panic,
Yeah.
Brandon, but they're on the way right now.
Yeah.
Why would they say that?
That's a contradiction if I ever heard
Dumbass
one.
thing to say.
For
like,
sure. But so I left, cut the ankle monitor off through it, ran till I couldn't run no more.
Yeah.
So I went back to DYS again, and I went in there. I did a year.
How long did it take you to get picked up after you ran that day?
It probably took me a few months,
Really?
if that. Yeah,
Okay.
a few months, because I went to McConnelsville and stuff like that.
All right. So
Yeah, I was never on the run long. I got caught.
Right.
Well, I'm not a good criminal. Come to find out, for real, I'm not. But so yeah, but that's why I didn't graduate school though. You know what I mean? Was because of that, because I got expelled for selling cocaine in school.
So what? She just told straight up.
Yeah, she just told. I don't know. I don't know if she got caught doing
She
it.
got-
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
She
I
got
don't
caught.
know.
Just was like, it was him. He sold it to me.
He sold it to me. Like, so I don't know what happened because I was knocked out. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
asleep. So, but yeah, and then that happened, and then I wasn't out long at all. I wasn't out long at all before I turned that into an adult thing because I ended up violating my parole again. So what they did, they said, we'll give you 90 days in the county jail since you're an adult now and terminate your
Okay.
parole unsuccessfully. So I said, okay, did that, got out of that, and then went, and then not too long, a couple months later, caught a gun case. Got caught with a gun. And it was a state highway patrolman's
Were
gun.
you a convicted felon at that point?
I was as a juvenile. See, if I knew what I know now back then, I would have fought that. Because how can I have a weapon under disability when that happened as a juvenile and you can't hold juvenile cases against you when you're as an adult?
That's what I was going to ask you. If it's weapons under disability, does that count if you were charged with something
It
as a
shouldn't.
juvenile?
But I didn't know no better at the time, and they knew I would cop out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably they knew I'd probably take a plea deal because 99% of the people
And that's
do.
that's mandatory time.
Yeah.
Just so our viewers know that comes with. Did they have a spec? Was it a gun spec? Or
No,
just,
it wasn't a gun
just
spec.
weapons
no.
under disability.
Just weapon under disability. See what they'll do? They'll overcharge you, give you the gun spec, CC dub, weapon under disability, and they'll be like, we'll drop the gun spec and the CC dub if you cop out to the weapon
Right.
under disability,
Right.
just to get you to cop out. So I ended up doing time for that.
So this is your first. Well, this would have been your first time going to a state prison as an adult, right?
As an adult,
Where'd you go?
I went to Noble.
And how?
Wait, before you guys get into this, you said it was a state highway patrolman's gun.
It was a state highway patrolman's
Can
gun.
you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well,
Insane.
this is what happened. I was
Wait, the gun that you had?
that I got caught with. It was his retirement gun. I was selling. Me and my friends was selling dope, and one of my friends bought it off of a crackhead. He really didn't want it, And he was like, just give me my 50 that I paid for. I gave him 50 for it. I opened the box, and it was a maroon steel. I still ain't seen a gun like that to this day. A maroon steel state highway patrolman issued 357.
Yo. And so that was just your gun from there on out? Like
Yeah, until I got caught.
I mean, that
with
thing
it.
is probably looked bad. I mean, I'm sure.
Oh man, I ain't never seen a gun like it. I really haven't.
That
It was
shit
maroon
probably
steel.
tough, dude. Yeah.
I seen blue steel, but maroon steel, that's different.
Yeah.
I still ain't seen nothing like that till this day.
Damn, I didn't realize you had said that. Holy shit. God almighty. And you know that Stady, as soon as he saw that, knew what it was immediately, I'm sure.
Oh man, and they ran up on me like they busted me.
Oh yeah.
The dude that I was trying to sell it to, I think he told on me, which was the dude that my homie was ran up on drugs off of.
God damn.
You know what I mean? Because right after I walked out of his house, right after I walked out of his house, the detectives and everybody just swarmed me. You know what I mean? Like they knew I had it on me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he told on me or whatever.
So you go for your first adult stay at
Yeah.
a state prison.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like compared to juvie? I know you said it's much easier than juvie, but it's different though.
Yeah, well, back at the time, Noble was off the chain. It's not now. It's more laid back and all that, but it was off the chain back then. My first day, man, I got into 3 fights back to back. It wasn't even over me. Back then you could smoke.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm that old. But anyway,
It's okay.
back then you could smoke. So this dude from Cincinnati, there was a dude from Zanesville I was cool with, and there was this dude from Cincinnati named Streets. Well, he took my dude's black and mild and took off running with it, but he is just laughing like he is playing with him.
Right.
But because my dude was a little skinny white dude. You know what I mean? So he probably thought he could get over on him or whatever. So he really ended up smoking it. So my dude comes to me because he don't know how the prison politics go, which I don't either. You know what I mean? But he comes to me like, bro, I'm trying to fight dude. You know what I mean? How do I set it up? You know what I mean? Because I ain't trying to get jumped. So I'm like, so I go holler at my other dude that been there a while. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what's up? I want to set up the one-on-one for him or whatever.
Sure.
And he was like, all right, well, we're on the phone. Well, all these Cincinnati dudes is in the bathroom kicking it, and I'm just going in here and trying to set it up. So I'll follow him in there, man, because I'm trying to have my dude's back. And he goes in there and just cracks that dude. And this dude's around all his homies in the bathroom. It's just me and him. He cracks that dude, splits his eye, and then the dude's friend hits him, boom, slides him clear to the phones, and then next thing you know, the police is in there breaking it up, all that. So now, after that's done, it's count time. And they're talking shit the whole count because they think we come in there to jump him now. You know what I mean? When that wasn't the case. But they went to the hole, my dude, and all that. So now I'm out here, you know what I mean, dealing with your shit.
Yep.
So I go to, after count time, I go back to the back TV room where all the Zanesville homies is kicking it. And when I go back there, next thing you know, I see all the Cincinnati dudes just coming back there. You know what I mean?
You already know.
I'm like, oh, man, that's about to go down. So I just pull my pants up and sit down, you know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, man, by the time they got back there was probably only about 4 Zanesville dudes left in there. I swear, they all
just tiptoed out.
Yeah, they all had to take a shit or something. I don't know.
They all had to take a shit.
Yeah. But, they was gone for sure. So dude coming there, he steals on me, so I get up and run to the corner so they can't surround me, you know what I mean? And so me and that dude's in there fighting. And then this other dude tried to jump over the bench and steal on me, but my dude pushed him and was like, nah, y'all's not jumping him, you know what I mean? So me and that dude finished fighting, and then after that, I fought him for trying to steal on me. And after that, his brother was mad, so I had to fight his brother.
Jesus.
And then after that, they tried to make me fight this other dude. My dude was like, no. And the reason why they respected my dude, because I guess my dude had beat up one of them like a couple weeks before I came. He was like, nah, that's not happening. He's like, he's already at a win.
Yeah,
you
he
feel me?
put in
And this
his-
dude's way too big. Y'all was trying to have him fight. Like, so it was over with after that. But
Yeah, you earned your stripes.
I earned my stripes, and then after that,
Like-
that's pretty much when I became gang affiliated. A couple days later, they was like, "Yo, hey, what's up? You trying to get down?" You know what I mean? It was the Zanesville gang at Double R or whatever. So So
That's so
you know
funny
about
that they
that.
were like, "Yo, you trying to get down?" After they just left your ass,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
there.
Well, it wasn't them. The ones that
Okay,
stayed is the
okay,
one who asked
okay.
me this.
I
Yeah,
got you. I
oh for
got
sure.
you.
Yeah,
I
it wouldn't
got
even have
you.
been a second thought if they would have. But what's crazy, my homie slept beside me too, and I went over there and he pulled up his thing after it all went down. Like, what happened? Like he asleep. I'm like, boy, get out of here. Like acting like you asleep. But yeah, though,
And that was day one.
that was day one. But it was pretty easy after that. You know what I mean? They respected me after that and all
Well,
that.
yeah, you got that out of the way quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
because you got to do that, and shit, 3
Yeah.
guys in one day.
Yeah. They was like, he'll get
He'll
there.
go.
Yeah, because it ain't about if you can fight, it's if
Yeah.
you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they want to pick the easiest shot. But that happened. So I end up doing that bid or whatever. And then I get out of there. While we was there, I ain't trying to tell too many prison stories, but while we was there, this riot happened. It's pretty funny. It was against the ABs and the Zanesville dudes or whatever because
Really?
yeah, because one of it was in the lunch line and a couple Zanesville dudes cut a AB. The AB got mad and
He like cut him in line.
yeah, to eat, yeah. And so they ended up jumping that AB dude. And so they tried to come and jump and then one of the Zanesville dudes went to jail. Went to the hole, but the other one didn't. So they tried to come out there and jump him in front of the dorm. The ABs did, the other Zanesville dude, and he beat them both up. So that really pissed them off. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So we're out on the yard, and it's just prison politics. All the Zanesville dudes up there, all the ABs is over there.
Can
know
you
what I mean?
feel it?
Oh, listen, it's quiet, super quiet. You can definitely
You
feel it in
know.
the air. You know it. So I ended up having to go to school. So I go to school and I'm in the school or whatever. And cause we is politicking all day. Cause man, sometimes when shit like that's going on, you'll sit there and politic for hours trying to sort shit out with nothing happening. You know what I mean? But it did ended up happening. I'm in school, and they locked the doors when it started going down, though, so the people that was in there couldn't get out or whatever. But yeah, the ABs was like charge, started running out the Zanesville dudes, and they just clashed and got to
In the
fighting.
yard?
Yep, and just got to fighting.
Damn.
There's a couple people that, like
What-
my homie Morgan, you know what I mean? If he ends up watching this, he knows what's up. He was there. Dave, all the Zanesville dudes, you know what I mean? Because Zanesville's only this big,
Yeah,
so
small.
everybody that was there, they know. They know what happened that day.
What's
or
the
whatever.
the policy and procedure as far as staff goes when a riot happens, like something like that?
Oh, just come in and spray everything.
Spray
yeah,
everything.
spray, tase
Everybody back to
everything.
your cells. You're locking down.
Oh yeah, it's locked down. It's probably locked down for a couple weeks. All that
Couple
control
weeks.
movement. SRTs will probably come in. Special response team. Yeah, and all that stuff for sure.
Well, good thing you chose to go to school that day.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep you out of
Or
that
I'd have been in
fucking-
it because
out
a
of
lot
that
of people
mess.
definitely rode out for that. But I ended up getting out of that, man, and it wasn't not too long later. I caught another case, man.
What cases are you catching, man? What in the hell are you doing out here?
Another gun case.
God damn.
Another gun case. Okay. Oh, my second case was either a gun case or possession of MDMA. One or the other. I can't remember which one the second one was. So I caught that case. Got out. Wasn't out much longer. Caught another case. Altogether, I got 3 pistol cases, a possession of fentanyl case, a possession of MDMA case, and a domestic violence case. And mind you, the domestic violence, I went to prison for no apparent reason.
Was it like a violated? The DV ended up violating you? Is that what happened?
Well, no, what ended up happening is a female that I was acquainted with, I had 2 DVs on her already. But at the time, I ain't seen her in like 2 years. She ended up getting married and everything else.
Oh.
And I guess her new husband was beating on her or whatever. This is the story I got from it. And it was from a pretty good source. You know what I mean? So when the cops would get there, so she didn't want to go to jail. She didn't want him going to jail. So she's like, no, I was just mad, you know. telling the cops that. So they leave. Well, she does this a couple times. They say, you do this again, we're labeling you as a nuisance and locking you up.
Yeah.
So she does it again. They get there. So she don't go to jail and he don't go to jail. She said, no, not him, my other baby dad. Well, that's my third DV. That's my third DV. So I'm getting 16 months in prison for this.
God.
And I try to fight it, but every witness I said that I had on my team, they said it was an unreliable witness because it was a felon. They was a felon, or one of them was my
Really?
mom. Yeah, but if they want to use the court, if the courts want to use a felon as a witness, they can. But if you want to, you can't.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can't. It'll be an uncredible witness.
And the prosecution will roll with that all day long.
All day. And that's what happened with me. So I'm like, I got to cop out.
Such bullshit.
Yeah, it's either go to trial, lose, get stroked, or cop out to this 16 months.
You go to trial, you're fucked. So you had to do the 16 months.
I had to do the 16 months.
But prior to that, you were talking to me about the third case, I believe. You said it was another gun case.
Another gun case. I got caught with a 44 Super Red Hawk Ruger that time.
Just pulled over.
No, I was with a girl. And me and her was been beefing the last couple of days at this time or whatever anyway. And my best friend ended up robbing my brother. And I woke up in a Zanny rage, like, because when you...
Were you getting deep into drugs at this point? Like I've heard you say Zanny multiple times, and I know that shit. I mean,
yeah. Well, at this time, remember I told you I done cocaine for the first time when I caught the case.
Yeah.
So I'm drinking. I'm drinking heavy. I'm doing Xanaxes whenever I can get a hold of them, and I'm doing cocaine. At the time.
So it's safe to say that, like, those substances, and I don't know where you're at with it, but a substance abuse issue is probably what led to those charges. Because you take away the booze and the drugs, and you're probably not doing half that shit. No, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like
100%. I can say two things that led me down that path was, for one, being misled. You know what I mean? Being taught that a man is something that it ain't. You know what I mean?
Right.
And drugs. If you look in prison, 99% of the people in there is in there for drugs, some type of way. Either they was high when they did it, they was doing it to get drugs, or they was selling drugs or something.
Can I ask you a question?
What's that?
So there's this thing that I've noticed between my time being incarcerated, and I actually worked as a CO for 2 years post-incarceration. Crazy story. But nonetheless, it seems like for whatever reason, the African Americans don't want it to be known that they're doing Fetty or that they're doing coke. Like, they want to hide it much more than the whites.
Why
is that? Is it a stigma thing? Is it like a culture thing? Like,
it's definitely.
Am I off on that?
No, you're on point. Exactly, you're on point. It's just, I guess they just always looked at it as a white thing, I guess.
Like, we sell the drugs. We don't do it.
Well, cocaine, it's more kind of different a little bit,
Okay.
You know what I mean, with the cocaine. But when it comes to meth and stuff like that, and obviously crack's bad for everybody to do, you know. And heroin is bad for everybody to do. But definitely the meth, man, when it comes to that, I could say that definitely. Or Fetty, yeah, you're right, yeah, with the Fetty, yeah, it's just like that. I don't know why that is.
I've always wondered.
Yeah, but it is like that though. You're definitely right about that.
It
was just like a white thing to do, you know.
Yeah, it's like a culture thing.
But I feel like it's changing more nowadays because more people's on drugs.
Well, it's hitting everyone now.
Yeah, it's hitting everyone now,
and you can't really hide it.
Yeah, for sure, you can't. Like, there's no way.
Let's see, where were we? You were on your third bid.
My third bid.
Tell me about the third bid. Any crazy stories in there? And where were you at?
Okay, my third bid, I was in Lancaster.
Lancaster, okay.
And yes, I got a crazy story for you. Matter of fact, it was the young brother of the founder of the gang I was in.
Okay.
You know? He was there, which I knew him since we as kids. Besides all this, his mom was my mom's best friend. And
really?
Yeah. Besides all this, yeah. So we're at Lancaster. He ends up coming there, and he rides in with this dude from Detroit, and it's supposed to. He's cool with him. Well, one day I'm in the dorm, and the dude from Detroit and another dude that's in my dorm from Detroit come in there to steal a TV from somebody. So I go back and tell my dude stop hanging out with dude. He's a thief. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because people, man, when they steal, they'll steal from anybody, usually, you know? So I'm like, stop hanging out with him. He's
Yeah.
going to get you in some bullshit.
You're gonna get
Even
in
if he
tr-
ain't stealing your
Yep.
shit, you're going to have to be around him while he's in some bullshit.
You're
for
gonna
stealing
have
everybody else's.
issues for just even being there.
Facts. He didn't listen to me. So what happened? He set his box up to get kicked. The dude did. Set my dude's box up to get kicked. So I just gave him something through the fence because like each dorm in Lancaster got their own fence. And my
Okay.
dorm's right here, his is right there. I gave him something through the fence. It might have been some food or something. So when I'm outside and I see him come around, like he came outside and he's like walking fast. And I'm like, what's he doing out here? You know what I mean? Like I just seen him. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be inside eating or whatever, what I just gave him.
Yeah.
And then he comes up to me and lets me know what happened. So I ended up getting him a knife or whatever to hold. And we walk around and he goes and puts the knife up, comes back up, and we go try to find the dude that set it up,
Yeah.
the Detroit dude or whatever, or any of the dudes that did it. So we're out on the yard walking around, so we end up finding the Detroit dude who set it up. So I ended up smacking him or whatever, and he runs, and then we walk on the yard, and this is a majority Columbus spot. Like, Columbus is
Yeah.
running it at this time, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it's me and him from Zanesville. There might be like 3 more people from Zanesville, maybe, you know? And so we ended up running to one. We was going into the dorm to find the dudes who did it or whatever. But we ended up running into one of them on the way up the steps. So my dude just got to beating him up. Boom, 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 boom. And then so he goes to the hole, my dude does, and for fighting on the yard. And so I'm left by myself. So
Yet again.
yeah, so they're all questioning me, like, what's up, you know what I mean? The whole Columbus is all questioning me, like, what's up with your boy? Like, even though they was in the wrong for kicking his box, they, you know what I mean? Still, like, he just came over here and punched on one of us, and they're the dominant, so they're looking at it like, and we're from little ass Zanesville, like, so there wasn't feeling that for sure. Like, so I go into the dorm, and after I was done talking to them, because they're talking cash shit, like, yeah, but I'm keeping it moving. There's hell of them, you know what I mean? They're talking cash shit, but I'm not about to sit there and talk shit back. They're going to jump the fuck out of me. So I go into the dorm, man, and I don't know why, but the whole dorm was empty. I couldn't find nobody I was cool with in there. And here comes all these Columbus dudes, man. They're coming in the dorm to get me. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? And I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking at the desk like, man, I'm thinking about checking in, you know what I mean? Like, telling them my fear for my life.
I don't
like,
blame you one
But I'm
bit.
like, nah, hell nah. Like, should I? Nah. And then, I mean, man, and there's so many people trying to get in this dorm after me. They're literally climbing the fence, our dorm fence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get in.
Yeah.
No exaggeration, man. It's crazy. Like, and then, this dude that I was kind of cool with, he was cool with people that I was cool with, you know what I mean? And he was a OG Columbus dude that they respected or whatever. And he had my back that day, man. He saved me. He came out the blue, too. His name was Chaos. You know what I mean? So if you out there, Chaos, I respect you that day. You saved my ass. for
Damn, his
sure.
nickname was Chaos. You know that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah,
put
he
in
was
his-
a big dude, too. I mean, he was
Ooh,
tall,
shit.
big, all that. But they all looked up to him, and they was mad that he looked out for me and kept him off of me like that. You know what I mean? Because my bunkie was another OG dude from Columbus, and I think he knew that my bunkie would probably be mad if he knew he let that go on.
The
you know what I
politics
mean?
in prison are crazy,
Are
man.
crazy.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
It's off the chain. So that happened there.
Like hearing you say that sometimes you have to politic for 2-3 hours to sort things out is so wild.
It is.
But it's the truth.
It
It's
is.
how it is in there. Like it's how it has to be.
And that's why people so like come out of there so manipulative, like because people's in there reading the 48 laws of power and all that, trying to just for real trying to survive. Be
Yeah.
a good manipulator, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And not only that, half of the people want to come home and be better criminals, you know what I mean. So.
Right. And there are a lot of people like
so
that.
the whole
that-
time I'm in there doing all this stuff, I'm definitely in there learning stuff. I'm reading books like The 48 Laws of Power, The Art of Seduction, The Art of War, Behold the Pale Horse, biographies to go, and stuff like that. I'm gaining knowledge, working out heavy and stuff like that as I'm doing this stuff. Just trying to become a better criminal. For real. Like, I was literally going around asking older guys, like, for advice on how to be a better criminal. You know what I mean?
I get it. No, it makes sense.
That was my goal, was to be a better
I mean,
criminal.
you've done 3 numbers now, so.
And I really ain't, at this time in my life, I ain't seen nothing that's better. So I think this is what life is. Like, I
Right.
really ain't seen nothing better. I go on vacations and stuff with my family on my dad's side, like when I was kids and stuff like that. Like, it wasn't all just horrible. Like, but
Well, no, but you get to a point, and I know it happened to me, where, like, I remember one day I was sitting in my cell and I was just like, damn, like, it hit me like a fucking brick wall. I was like, that's why they build these places for people like me, because I will never get it together. And, like, I'll need a place to live. I'm inevitably going to fuck up.
for sure.
And that's why these places exist.
It's
So
set
they
up
can
for
house
that.
me.
Facts.
Like, that's how I felt.
And
dude.
make money off of you. Like,
Yeah.
your cattle.
Yeah, and like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. So that takes us to that DV then, yeah.
Yeah, that
That
takes
was
us to
that
the
was
DV.
afterwards, yeah.
Yeah. The DV. Caught the DV case. I'm
How
getting
when you
into
got
something
out,
for that.
did you go back to the drugs and the drinking heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. When I got out, I went back almost instantly, kind
immediately.
of.
Yeah.
Almost
That's
instantly.
that's pretty normal.
Yeah, at the time I didn't feel like I had a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which physically I didn't, but mentally I did.
You weren't like physically dependent on it, but
Yeah.
there was like a mental obsession of some sort.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
if
you gotta
obsession
think at
is
this
the right
time I'm
word,
dealing
but-
with it being institutionalized and all that. And I always hate it when people get that term messed up, institutionalized. Like they say, like they act like people just want to go live in prison and stuff. There's not too many people that actually want to go to prison. What it is you can't adjust your mind to the way of society because you're used to living that way. Because it's a whole different world in there, a whole
Well,
different set of politics.
You're in
and everything.
survival mode every second of every
24/7.
day. So your brain's all fucked up.
I still deal with that to this day. That's one of the hardest things for me to conquer, man. Is being in survival mode all day, every day. I feel
It's
I
exhausting.
realize my shoulders is tense. Like sometimes I be so tense when I finally do realize it and get to relax, I could fall out standing up. You know what I mean? For real, if I
Yeah.
let myself.
Yeah, it's exhausting,
It
dude.
is. It's real exhausting.
Like it takes a toll on a person.
It really does.
See,
Physically.
You did 16 months for that third DV. Is that like a 3 strikes you're out type deal?
Yeah, it was then. I don't know if it still is. I
Okay.
think they switched it again because they switched it a couple times back and forth and all that. So yeah, I'm dealing with that. With being institutionalized also. So now I only got a drug problem, alcohol problem, and all that. Now I got an institutionalized problem. So now I got a recovery twice. I got to recover twice from
Yeah.
2 different things.
Yeah.
So then that takes us to the next number. I think that might have been the possession of the MDMA, maybe, or something. But I just kept getting out, going back.
Same shit.
You know what I mean? Getting out, going back. My last prison, and my one prison number, like I said, my brother was my rock. I didn't want for nothing when I was in prison. He looked out for me, all that. Well, he ended up going through some things, man. He got into a car wreck, ended up getting hooked on pills. Well, at the time, it's when the pill thing was just coming around. People really wasn't hip to the dope sickness and all that. So I got him hip to it, and he quit doing the pills. Well, he ended up getting cheated on and stuff, you know, and it really broke him down. So he ended up getting on drugs and stuff, man. And within a year, like, I mean, my brother had money, you hear me? Within a year, like, he didn't have nothing. He was, like, all the way out there, shooting up, all that. You know what I mean? Within a year. So I couldn't be around my brother for 1 minute, bro, without breaking down. You know what I mean? Because my brother's
Hard to watch, man.
Man, my brother's my everything,
Yeah.
especially my brother that's in there. You know what I mean? Like, because we've been through everything together. You know what I mean? We went to bed hungry together at times. You know what I mean? And all that. We've been through everything together. Like, so, yeah. So, where was I at?
I think you were getting to like the turning point. Like you had done, you keep going in.
Yeah, in and out. Oh,
In
yeah,
and out,
okay.
in
My
and
brother
out.
with the because I was thinking about the drug dependency. That's where I was going with this. So I couldn't be around my brother not too long. So man, I ended up doing start doing the hard drugs. Well, when I used to do like cocaine and stuff, like when it was gone, I didn't care. You know what I mean? It didn't bother me, but my friends would always geek out and stuff. So when my brother started getting high and stuff, I'm like, man, this stuff can't be that bad. You know what I mean? Like heroin and stuff. I'm like, because I'm thinking like it's like cocaine. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's just
It
all
is cocaine.
it's all in your mind though. Is what
rock,
I'm
yeah.
thinking. But I didn't know it was physical. You know what I mean? Like a cocaine, everything's in your mind, but that's also physical. Heroin is. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
physical
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
And I wasn't hip to that, so I started just snoring heroin. Trying to, I guess, I know
China
it sounds
White.
crazy saying it, trying to get an understanding of what my brother was doing or trying to numb the pain of what I was going through maybe at the time with my brother. I don't know what it was. It was something kind of in that general
I mean,
area.
dude, shit's fucked up. Your life is fucked up.
Yeah,
like
my life is
everything you
fucked.
just told me, like
Yeah.
your life is fucked up. I don't blame you one bit for looking for a moment of relief
Yeah.
because that's probably
Oh, and when I was 10 years old, I forgot to mention me and my brother found a dead body or whatever outside. You know what I mean? So that was
Fuck.
traumatic. We was outside playing, and it was either me or my brother tripped over him, and he was laying there with a knife in him. We went and told my mom, like, yeah, mom, there's that guy outside dead. She didn't believe me. She thought we was playing until she realized we was serious and went out there and was like,
he had a knife in him.
yeah, he was dead. And then years later, me and my brother's in a hotel with these two girls, doing drugs and drinking and all that. Just you know what I mean, talking about, like, asking each other stuff about each other, whatever. So we're like, yeah, who's your dad? They asked us about our dad. We're like, yeah, he passed away. You know what I mean? We was young or whatever. And then we're like, who's your dad? And she tells us the story with her dad. And we're like, we're the two little boys that found your dad.
No shit.
Yeah. And she just started bawling and, you know what I
No
mean, being all
shit.
hysterical and stuff like that.
Wow.
But yeah, I got on the powdered heroin, the China or whatever.
Yep.
And then I thought I was good. Then one day I woke up without it.
And you weren't good.
And I realized that, and I still didn't believe it until I went and got some and felt better.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh
Fuck.
shit, I'm in trouble.
Yep.
And that's when my truly drug addiction dependency started.
Well, because now you're in a place where it's like you still gotta commit crime. You gotta get money. You have to,
You
or
have to
you can't
feel
function
regular.
to function.
Yep.
So what do you choose to do in that situation? You start hitting licks again, or you?
Oh
or
man,
you,
listen, I
are you
went
thrown in
crazy
the
with
towel?
hitting licks. I hit this. Everything's allegedly. I shot a dude in broad daylight over $200. Broad daylight, man, for $200.
God damn.
That shows you how messed up I was, and and I tried to justify it with, oh wait, he said he was gonna call the cops on me. That's why I did it. You know what I mean? But it was for the drug money because I robbed him. Cause he was like one of my brother's friends when my brother was doing good, making money selling weed. Well, I don't know if that's really doing good, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. He wasn't
Good as
fucked
the
up. He wasn't
situation was
fucked
going to
up.
get at the time.
He wasn't in
you know what I
jail.
mean?
He had some money. He had some, yeah.
So that was one of his people. So I ended up messaging him on my brother's phone, acting like I was him to get him. Because I was letting him talk all this stuff, but when he mentioned the cops, it triggered something in me. It did trigger something in me, like, oh, you're supposed to be a street dude. You're going, you know what I mean? Call the cops on me for robbing you, like, or whatever. So it pissed me off. So I got on my brother's phone, acted like him, like I had stuff for sale, had him come down here, robbed him. When I had the gun on him, he flinched at me, so I shot him, kicked him out the car, and kept it moving.
Damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
And
dude.
for real, I was kicking in people's door, ripping off everybody, people I loved, just burning bridges, man. Just tunnel vision when it came to that drug. I mean, I really didn't care about nothing, literally, but getting that next fix.
What happened what was the turning point? Like, where did you say, okay, time to get better, or okay, time to do something different? I'm fucking sick of this.
Jail. I've tried more than once to get clean. You know what I mean? And ended up slipping up after a while and stuff. But man, I've always wanted better. You know what I mean? I've never been the person to just say, like, just really fuck everything. You know what I mean? When I'm sober, you know what I mean? Like I'm curious. I want more out of life. Like I'm thirsty for knowledge. I just always naturally wanted better in life, man. I really didn't want that. The drugs didn't make me feel good. I didn't like the way the drugs made me feel. I liked that it would numb me from the pain and stuff like that, man. But I just, it just wasn't my thing, man. And one of the big things is my pride. Like, man, I would swallow so much things and let
Yeah.
people walk over me and do things to me that I would, and downgrade me in ways that I would never do if I was sober. And that's just, I'm a man, you know what I mean? And that just made me feel less of a man, things, doing
It
stuff like
strips
that.
you of everything.
It strips me of, yeah, it strips you of everything, your morals, everything.
It sucks, dude.
And it numbs you. And like when you get clean, man, it's crazy because you real live feel like you're reborn again.
Yeah.
When it comes to feelings, you got to learn emotions all over again because you've been numbing it all this time.
Well, you're how old now? You said
I'm
36
now, yep.
And you went to juvie for the first time.
I'm 37. My bad. I turned
at-
37 in July.
To juvie for the first time. Did you say 10 or 12?
It was like 11 or 12 first time I went to juvie.
Yeah. So I mean, that's like fucking 2 decades, 3 decades almost, 2.5 decades of prison and drugs and
Yeah.
the street life, and
Shit.
that's
You
what
got
you
napkin
that's
or
what you
something?
live.
I accidentally spilled some of this water on me.
Oh, you're straight. I can get some.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
We're almost done anyway.
All right. My fault.
No, you're straight.
It's just some water. Good looking, bro.
Fucking good ass pod. Are we still on?
Yeah, I never stopped.
Oh shit, my bad. Okay.
But yeah, so pretty much from there, you know, once I realized this wasn't what I wanted and everything, and then I had to. Well, at first when I got clean and stuff, I was doing it for everybody else. Once I had everybody convinced that I was clean and doing good, I felt like my job was done. So I went back downhill.
Do one. I'll go do one. Celebrate.
You know what I mean?
Whatever.
That type of deal.
Yep.
And so went back downhill again, ended up getting locked up again. And these are all for like 30 days.
Yeah,
and stuff
petty
like
shit.
That. Petty shit. Enough to get me clean and shit. A higher power doing for me what I couldn't do for myself, for real. I ain't gonna lie. But then I got out, got clean again, and then I made the decision finally that I wanted to do it for me. I was going to do whatever in my power to stay clean and be at peace naturally, you know, without having to numb out everything. And I was just tired of just living like that, being numb, not having control over myself, being a slave, man. I just didn't like this. I don't like being a slave to something that controls me.
It's miserable.
It is miserable.
It's fucking miserable.
But it's definitely not worth it. Like everything I said was definitely not to glorify nothing in no type of way or make it sound.
No, that's just the truth.
It is what it is.
That's why we have this podcast, is so that people can come on and tell the truth, because
Yeah.
people don't know what goes on in prison unless you've been there.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
So like, you're just telling the truth. It's your experience,
Yep.
and that's fucking how it goes. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, I've seen it on both sides of the fence, dude, and it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch people lose their lives to facilities or drugs or whatever. Like
It is, and it's crazy when it's, especially when somebody knows better and they, you
Yeah.
know, because like I said, for the longest, man, what none I was doing was wrong. You know what I mean? I thought I was doing great because I was I don't know, I had a name for myself in the streets. I thought that was the goal. You
Right.
know? So
Do you have a sobriety date? Did you get sober? Do you have a sobriety date?
yeah. May 21st
May 21st
of last year.
last
So I got a
year.
year and some change.
Nice.
Today. Yep.
Congrats, dude.
Yeah, oh, best believe my mom's happy because, you know, I lost my older brother He passed away not too long ago, diabetes, stuff like that. And then my other brother, he's in prison doing 25 years. So I'm the only one my mom got left. You know what I
Dude,
mean? So I gotta step up and be there.
good on you having over a year and a half, because now you've got some time. So the mental obsession to use should be removed, and
It is.
nothing but up, dude.
I definitely been in
Nothing but up.
situations that I felt like would break me that I made it through easily. You know, it gets easier
Yeah.
once you build the confidence and you see that you can do it.
Yeah.
You know.
My big thing is like, for instance, if I have to like go to some bullshit party with my coworkers, I make it known. Like I make it so known. Like I don't drink, and if that makes
Yeah.
you uncomfortable, that's your fucking problem.
Flat out. Yeah.
That's not my problem. Like
At
if you have
all.
an issue with me not drinking, you need to go take a look in the mirror, dog,
Yeah, for
because
sure.
you're fucked up.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, that's crazy.
it's wild. But congratulations, dude. I got to be honest, man, with the story. If you weren't sitting here, right, and I heard that story, I would have suspected that you wouldn't have made it. That would have been my guess
Yeah,
at the
for
end of the
sure.
story. Homeboy didn't make it.
And people always say that, you know what I mean? Like, damn, I figured you would be the one doing 25 years, not your brother. You know what I mean? Because I was always the wild one.
And you fucking got out.
For real. Yeah, I got out, man, and I'm sitting here today. So it's definitely possible.
Message for our viewers. Anything you want, anybody that's suffering, anybody that's been to prison, that's trying to get out of what you were in, what would you say to them?
You just got to do it for you. Like, you can't do it for nobody else. You can't do it for your kids. You can't do it for your mom. None of that. Now, can they be a thought that helps you push forward? Yes, but you at the end of the day, you got to do it for you. Everybody's responsible for their own happiness. So you got to take. If you want real happiness, you're gonna have to put in that work. And I believe that happiness is you can find it through self-knowledge and love.
Right on.
For sure.
Well, thank you for coming on, man.
I appreciate
We
you
really
having me.
appreciate it.
Yeah, it was
Thanks.
nice being here.
Good. Thank you.
Yep, you too.